Remember Dennis Rodman? Yeah, that Dennis Rodman. 5-time NBA champion. Outspoken, unpredictable, dyed hair, piercings. Basically, a walking headline during the 90s and early 2000s. Now imagine he, a global celebrity, got played. Not just scammed a little, but robbed for millions. By someone he trusted. That someone was Peggy Fulford to be exact. And before she got exposed, she conned not just Rodman, but a whole lineup of professional athletes, right under their noses. Let's go back to where it all started. Peggy was born in New Orleans, and let's just say, she wanted the high life. But not the work hard, grind hard route. She had something else in mind. Her motto, fake it until you own it. In the 90s, a perfect opportunity landed in her lap. Her friend, Travis Best, got drafted into the NBA. With millions in contracts and endorsements, he was about to step into a world Peggy craved. So what did she do? She reinvented herself. Suddenly, Peggy wasn't just Peggy anymore. She was now a Harvard law grad and former Wall Street powerhouse. Impressive, right? Except, none of it was true. But that didn't stop her from pitching herself as a financial manager to Travis. And Travis, he was a rising star, busy building his career, and didn't have time to manage finances. So he trusted her, gave her access, let her in. Big mistake. Instead of managing his money, Peggy was draining it. Designer clothes, lavish shopping sprees, secret bank accounts. For years she lived large with his money. Eventually Travis caught on. After nearly $2 million had vanished, he fired her. But weirdly, he didn't go public. No lawsuits, no police reports. He wanted it quiet. And that silence let Peggy thrive. Enter Ricky Williams, NFL player, rising name. Around 2001, Peggy weaseled her way into his life too, this time by tagging along with a designer friend working on his house. She charmed her way in, told the same lies. Harvard, Wall Street, top-tier finance guru. And Ricky, just like Travis, busy, focused on football, no time for taxes. So Peggy slid in and said, "Don't worry, I got you." She started managing everything. Bills, investments, tax filings. She even became part of his personal life, helped plan his wedding, picked up his girlfriend from the hospital after giving birth. When he moved cities for a trade, she followed. To Ricky, she was more than a manager. She was family. Over time, word spread. This woman Peggy, she's amazing with money. Reliable. Trustworthy. She built a reputation. And soon started managing the finances of multiple pro athletes. That's when she met Dennis Rodman. By the mid-2000s, Rodman was retired but still famous, and still rich. He was also dealing with personal issues. Drinking, unstable finances, messy relationships. Peggy once again saw a golden opportunity. She approached Rodman with the same pitch. Same lies. And Rodman, vulnerable, overwhelmed, let her in. She cleaned up his mess, paid bills, offered emotional support, reminded him to slow down on the drinking. She became his anchor and eventually his friend. So much so that when Rodman was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, he thanked her on stage. "Thank you, Peggy." But behind the scenes it was déjà vu. Peggy was siphoning off Rodman's money, just like she had with the others. By now, she'd stolen over $1 million from him. And he had no clue. Meanwhile, Peggy was living large. Mansions, Bentleys, Maseratis, designer everything. Gucci shoes. Gucci bags. Gucci dogs, probably. She was flaunting the wealth she stole right in plain sight. And no one asked questions. Then, in one of the most surreal moments of the story, Peggy even got her own reality show. A BET pilot called The Peggy Show. A series about a savvy woman who manages the finances of elite athletes. The pilot was shot. The story was sold. But thankfully the show never aired. Because soon, the mask started to crack. In 2013, Dennis Rodman was chilling in his condo when the power cut off. First he thought it was a glitch. But when his assistant checked, It turned out the power bill hadn't been paid in months. And that wasn't all. Ricky Williams and his wife got hit with a massive $450,000 tax bill from the IRS. Their Range Rover repossessed. Other clients. Same story. Bills unpaid, accounts drained, credit cards declined. Guess who was supposed to handle all of it? Peggy. When clients started investigating, the truth came out. Peggy never went to Harvard, never worked on Wall Street. Every credential she ever claimed was a lie. And that's when lawsuits started flying. In 2015, Ricky and his wife sued her. Millions gone. The press caught wind. Headlines exploded. And an FBI agent eating lunch and flipping through the sports section came across the story. He read it. Said, "This sounds criminal." And he launched a full-scale federal investigation. Turns out Peggy was hiding more than anyone thought. The FBI discovered over 85 secret bank accounts, each bouncing money around to obscure the trail. She had created a sophisticated, high-level financial fraud scheme, one that spanned decades. By then, she'd stolen at least $5.7 million from her clients. Maybe more. When the FBI showed up at her door, Peggy denied everything. Claimed she was innocent. But the evidence was overwhelming. Eventually, she was arrested. Here's the mugshot. Peggy Fulford was sentenced to 10 years in prison and ordered to pay back the stolen millions. Her empire. Clients. Mansions and luxury cars. Gone. And Dennis Rodman. Devastated. The lesson. Even the most famous, the most accomplished, the most celebrated among us, can be conned by someone who simply knows how to act trustworthy. Never underestimate a lie told confidently.